Hey y'all, I'm Stefan Brundage, and this is from Richard II, as well as either At Home with the Zoo story, if that works for you as far as heightened text goes, and there's also the option of The Merchant of Venice as well. Thank you so much. Enjoy.
It's just that if you can't deal with people, you have to make a start somewhere. With animals, don't you see a person has to have some kind of a way of dealing with something, with a bed, with a cockroach, with a mirror? No, not that. That's one of the last steps. With a bed, with a cockroach, with a carpet, with a roll of toilet paper. No, not that either. That's a mirror too. Always check bleeding. Do you see how hard it is to find things? With a street corner and too many lights, all colors reflecting on the oily, wet streets, with a wisp of smoke. A wisp of smoke. With pornographic playing cards, with a strongbox without a lock, with love, with vomiting, with crying, with fury, because the pretty little ladies aren't pretty little ladies, with making money with your body, which is an act of love, and I can prove it with howling because you're alive, with God. How about that? With God, who is a black queen who wears a kimono and plucks his eyebrows, who is a woman who cries with determination behind a closed door. With God, who I'm told turned his back on the whole thing some time ago. With someday with people. People with an idea, with a concept. And we're better. We're ever better in this humiliating excuse for a jail in an entrance hall where it would be a start. We're better to make a beginning, to understand, and just possibly be understood, the beginning of an understanding, than with a dog. Just that. A dog. As I was banished Hereford. But as I come for Lancaster, my noble uncle. I beseech your grace, look on my wrongs with an indifferent eye. You are my father. Oh, then, my father, will you then permit that I should stand condemned, a wandering vagabond, my rights and royalties plucked from my arms perforce and given to upstart unthrifts? Wherefore was I born? If that my cousin king be king of England, it must be granted that I am Duke of Lancaster. You have a son, Merle, my noble cousin. Had you first died and he been thus trod down, he should have found his uncle Gauntfather to rouse his wrongs and chase them to the bay. I am denied to sue my livery here, and yet my letters penance give me leave. My father's goods are all distrained and sold, and these and all are all amiss employed. What would you have me do? I am a subject, and I challenge law. Attorneys are denied me, and therefore personally I lay my claim to my inheritance of free descent.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives, and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty, wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptered sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself, And earthly power doth then show likest gods, when mercy seasons justice. Therefore, Jew, though justice be thy plea, consider this, that in the course of justice, none of us should see salvation. We do pray for mercy. And that same prayer doth then teach us then to render the deeds of mercy. I have spoke thus much to mitigate the justice of thy plea, which if thou follows, this strict court of Venice must needs give sentence against the merchant there.